respond or raise your hand when I call your name. Sulis, Pepe, Masayu. Okay, before we start our lesson today, I would like to ask you some questions. Do you still remember what the last meeting material? Do you still remember, guys?
Yes.
What is it about?
Language feature about fracture story.
Yes, for the fracture story, especially in your language feature. So, which do you like more? Indonesian stories or maybe stories from other countries?
From our country.
Oh, from Indonesia. Okay, can you mention one your story, your favorite? One story of your favorite?
In Malin
Kundang. And do you still remember the part of Kundang?
Yes.
Can you share with anyone in the class? What do you know about Kundang?
Malin is a story that can teach us that we should not do something rude to our mother.
Okay, good job. So now we're going to do short ice breaking called true or twist. It's the same with the last meetings, but I adjust a little version. So if you think the answer is true, you can raise your right hand, and if you think the answer is twist, you can raise your left hand. So I will show you a song statement. The first one is Cinderella lost her glass slipper at the ball. Is it true or twist?
True.
Yes, if you think the answer is true, please raise your right hand.
Sorry.
Okay, next. Malin Kundang became rich because he was so lazy. Yes, the answer is twist. Okay, and the last. The wolf wanted to be friends. Okay. So today we are going to learn about narrative text, especially fracture stories. We will focus on how we can change the narrative story into fracture story. So by the end of the lesson, you are expected to develop creative ideas by transforming an original story into fracture story through a logical, coherent change in the plot, point of view, characters, or the ending. And the second, you are expected to compose a narrative fracture story in a written form by considering the communicative purpose, generic structure, and the language feature within the given context. Okay, so I'm going to show you a picture of popular stories. Okay, do you know about this title of this picture?
Yes.
What is it?
The lessons from Cinderella.
Yeah, so the title of this story is Cinderella, and this is the glass slipper that she wears. Okay, have you ever read or watched about Cinderella, this story?
Yes.
What do you remember about the story?
It's about Cinderella having mother.
Yeah, having a cruel mother and stepmother and stepsister. And if you want to change into fractal story, what kind of part do you want to change in this Cinderella? Part apa yang mau kalian ubah ketika mau mengubah ceritanya yang asli Cinderella ini ke fractal story? Kira-kira apa yang kalian ubah?
Ini merubah supaya cerita-ceritanya tidak jahat.
Okay, so you want to change the plot?
Ya.
Okay. So I'm going to play a video about Cinderella twice. The first, you need to write down any new or difficult vocabulary from the story in the vocabulary box. And second, play while you watch. Please fill in the table with suitable information you get from video.
Once upon a time, there was a kind and beautiful girl whose name was Cinderella. She lived with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters, where she was treated as a servant and spent her days cleaning, tidying, and waiting on them, hand and foot. Despite their cruelty, Cinderella would always remember her mother's words: have courage and be kind. One day, an invitation to a royal ball arrived. The prince was looking for a bride, and everyone in the kingdom was invited. Her stepmother immediately ordered new gowns to be made for herself and her daughters. Cinderella worked day and night to prepare the new dresses in time. On the day of the ball, as they were preparing to leave, Cinderella came down the stairs in a dress she had made for herself. Her stepmother and stepsisters were so angry to see her looking so beautiful, they tore up the dress and left without her. Left alone, Cinderella began to cry when all of a sudden...
Okay, this is the first play, and I will play the second. Don't forget to fill in the table with suitable information you get from video.
Once upon a time, there was a kind and beautiful girl whose name was Cinderella. She lived with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters, where she was treated as a servant and spent her days cleaning, tidying, and waiting on them, hand and foot. Despite their cruelty, Cinderella would always remember her mother's words.
Okay, so do you have any new vocabulary or difficult vocabulary from this story?
Yes.
Okay. Can you mention one for each person? Who wants to share? Can you raise your hand? Masayu? Yes? What is
Cruel.
cruel? What is cruel?
Cruel is very unkind and causing pain to others.
Okay. And anyone else? Yes, please.
Stepmother.
Yes. What is stepmother?
A woman who is married to one's father but is not one's real mother.
Okay. And the last is Pepe. Do you have any difficult vocabulary?
Realize.
Oh. What is realize? Okay, so realize is understood something clearly or menyadari sesuatu yang sepertinya agak terlambat. Ya, realize. Okay. done this worksheet, match each vocabulary with word with its appropriate meaning. Okay, number 1. What is the answer?
E.
Okay, and then
Number 2 is C.
yeah, C is a formal request or message asking someone to attend an event.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Number 6 is
I. What is I?
I'm very impressed or amazed by something.
Okay, so good job. Okay, after you listen the video from Cinderella, can you identify the traditional part? So the title is
Cinderella.
okay. Who are the characters?
Cinderella.
Yes.
Stepsister.
Yes.
Stepmother.
Okay.
Prince.
Yes.
Fairy godmother.
Okay. And where is the setting?
Setting at kingdom.
At kingdom. Okay. And the important object?
Glass slipper.
Yeah. So in the traditional, you use glass slipper. And the important event?
They use diving food.
Oh. What? Oh, sorry. The traditional story.
For the prince to choose a wife.
Okay. And the beginning of the story begin when?
Cinderella with her cruel stepmother and stepsister is
And the middle of the story?
Cinderella goes to the ball with magical help and then with the prince another night.
And the ending?
Cinderella and the prince got married and lived happily ever.
Okay, good job. So you can change traditional story into pretty story by identifying these elements. You can use this table. And now we are going to make fracture together. After you identify the traditional story, we can make a fracture story. So what do you want to change? The title. The traditional story is Cinderella, and what title do you want to change into fracture story? Cinderella. Okay. And the characters?
Cinderella, stepsister, stepmother, and Captain Elliot.
Oh, Captain Elliot. You add another characters? Captain Elliot. Okay. And the setting?
The year 3000 at Underwater Kingdom.
Okay. And important events? What do you want to change?
Living food.
Okay, so in the story is glass slipper, and the first story you want to change into diving woods. Okay, so and the important event?
And underwater royal festival which is the future queen.
Okay, and the beginning?
Cinderella lives in an underwater city and works as a cleaner while dreaming of exploring the ocean.
Okay, so what is the difference in the beginning of the story and fracture? In the traditional, she live in house and art kingdom. In the fracture story, she live
In underwater.
okay, she live in underwater and became a queen. And the middle,
Cinderella attends the underwater festival using high-tech diving gear and meet the prince, but must leave before her oxygen find Cinderella with the help of Captain Alien, and they decide to rule the underwater kingdom together in a new and modern way.
So the endings change in a modern way and dia punya bantuan, kita bantuan ke Captain Alien. Okay. So after we make fracture together, which version do you like more? Is it original story or fracture story?
Fracture.
Why?
Because it's unique.
As it's unique, it's modern way you can change anything you want based on your idea. So you became a marathon.
Yes.
Okay. So after you make fracture together, I want you to find one native story from the internet, then rewrite it into a fracture story. You can use your own ideas to change the original story title, character, setting, point of view, or something. And write your fracture story clearly and coherently in English using table below. So you can use this table and write your fracture story based on the draft, and you can use this self-assessment checklist. So after you make draft, you can put checklist in self-assessment. Okay, I will give you 30 minutes to write your fracture story. Write your fracture story in Word document and upload it into Google Drive that I have provided. Okay, have you done?
What do you think? Yes.
Okay, so that's the end of our lesson today. Don't forget to upload your work in the Google Drive, and I will review your work and give you feedback, and please revise it and improve your story before our next meeting. And don't forget to fill out the reflection. Ini jangan lupa untuk menuliskan refleksi di bawahnya fracture story yang